So, gentlemen, as you are all are aware about that, the topic of discussion is why China is developing the two continents such as Asia and Africa in a very rapid, move. Why? What is the reason behind it? It is so. I will speak in the favor of military deployment because China wants dominance not only in Asia and Indo-Pacific but also all over the world. China wants to replace the US dominance, and China want to be the dominant power, only power in the world. So that is why he's focusing Asia as well as Africa continent for the military deployment purposes. As we all aware about that, in Asia, China has developed the port in Sri Lanka known as Hambantota port. Uh, from for a from a few years it has been in the news, and as we all know that China has taken the Hambantota port of Sri Lanka for the lease of on the lease for 99 years, as well as China has taken the ports or military bases as the choke points of the world, such as in Sri Lanka, in Pakistan, Gwadar port of Pakistan, in Chabahar port in the Persian Gulf, very near in Iran, as well as Djibouti, which is also a kind of choke point in Red Sea, as well as China is making its military base in Kenya, Tanzania. So these are the choke points where China has taken up the military bases or naval bases in these areas. So it is showing that not only China wants its dominance in Indo-Pacific as well as all over the world. We have the example like China has entered in South American continent also. China making good relationship with these countries, and also we have heard a news that China had made its military base or surveillance system in Cuba to keep an eye to to check the US to check USA. China has checkmated the USA, and China defeated US in Cuba. In Cuba, China has a military base and surveillance system. From there, China can easily see what is happening in all over the USA. So from these things we can imagine that China not only developing the infrastructure in Asia Pacific, in Asia, in Africa, as well as in South America continent, not only for the development purpose, it is developing it for the military deployment. We have so many examples of Sri Lanka as well as Tanzania as well as Cuba. So we can easily say that these China is developing infrastructural development in this country for the only purpose of military deployment. And there are various reasons why China is doing this. First, I told you that China wants dominance in all over the world. China wants to be a superpower. So to safeguard its interest, China need military bases not only in Asia but also all over the world, because as we all know that China is going to surpass USA by 2030 in terms of GDP. By 2027 in terms of GDP, China will be the largest economy by 2027, and at the time China's economy will be more than 26 trillion dollar, and USA will be the second largest economy, and subsequently India will be the third largest economy of the world. And by 2050, as we all know that India's economy will be more than 30 trillion dollar. So the war is going the war will be going on between these powers in upcoming future. So as I was there, that China is deploying it for safeguard its interest, as well as China, there is the only power who can stop China's dominance in Indo-Pacific, that is India. So China wants surround India by its strategic string of pearls, as by taking up the military bases, by taking up the naval bases at the choke points of the world, such as in Sri Lanka, in Hambantota, in Gwadar port of Afghanistan, Pakistan, as well as in Chabahar, in Djibouti, and in China is also planning to check port of Chittagong of Bangladesh, as well as China has also developing infrastructural development in Nepal. So the only reason for this is that China wants to uh, surround India. To as well as recently we have seen that Chinese ship landed, dropped. We can say, yeah, landed, or yeah, what should I say, deployed on the Hambantota port for 3 or 4 days to keep eye on India's military launch of Agni 5 test, military Agni 5 missile test. So it was Wang 5, Yuan Wang 5, the spy ship of China, was deployed on Hambantota port. So we can see that in future, wherever China has taken the naval bases, it is going to be used for military purposes. So India, now let's understand how India is tackling it. India is tackling it by its strategy, necklace of diamond. So through this, India have also taken military nuclear, you can say, naval bases in many places, such as in such as we have our own territory, Andaman and Nicobar, as well as we have a good relationship with Sri Lanka, and we have taken Chabahar port of Iran, as well as we have a Lemua agreement with US and France, so we can use military bases in Djibouti, military bases of US and France in Djibouti, as well as there is US in Indian Ocean, known as Diego Garcia Island. So due to the agreement, we can also use military base of US, which is in Diego Garcia Island, as well as we have a memorandum of understanding with Vietnam, so we can also use Vietnam air bases and military bases, as well as we have a memorandum of understanding, good relationship with Japan. So in case of emergency, we can also take the help of Japan. So as well as we have a air base and military bases in Dushanbe, as well as we have a good relationship with Mongolia. So in case of emergency, we can definitely use military bases, air bases, and nuclear as well as naval bases of these countries. So not only China is surrounding India, but also India has surrounded China with its strategy, necklace of diamond. So this is all about my thinking about why China is developing infrastructural development in Asia and Africa continent. So this is the reason. Thank you.